Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Beautiful Minds podcast.
Yes.
We're
back.
Usual group of people. We got Jude Lane is over there,
Hey.
fourth year music student.
Yeah.
We have Jacob Nicholas over there,
Yeah.
What
fourth year
up?
music student.
Yeah.
We have Andrew Gearin here,
Yeah.
fourth year
Yeah.
music student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who is this?
Hello everyone, my name is Ivan. I'm a fourth year music student as well. I'm in the self-directed stream and I play, drum roll please, piano.
Yeah.
Nice. Which you have at this point you've probably already seen because we had the
We just got done doing
whatever
a
jam we put first. Well, we definitely know what we put first.
Yeah.
The other
Jam.
one. The other song.
Usually we start with a jam. If not
Five song.
at the end of the video or at the start of the video.
Stay tuned for the last one. It's
Oh, yeah, we gotta-
It's
we-
great.
You gotta
Pretty
watch this.
innovative.
If you watch this whole episode at the end, we got a cool little outro.
I'm gonna call it now. It's a new standard, I think.
Put
Put Put it in the real book.
It's a new jazz
Put it in the real book.
standard.
Okay, Ivan.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be blunt with it. Like, how did you start playing piano? And who are like some of your influences?
So I was actually born in the womb with a piano.
Oh my.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Really?
Nah, I'm just kidding. I started piano in grade 6. I started in like the classical stream with like the RCM system and all the exams and whatnot. Growing up, I loved playing video games.
As we do.
Big fan of Minecraft.
Classic.
Crafted in mind a lot as a kid.
Yes. As we all.
And I also watched a lot of movies. Probably biggest inspirations for like movie music are like John Powell and like How to Train Your Dragon.
True.
And then like the classic John Williams, Hans Zimmer. New one is Chris Bowser from The Wild Robot that I just listened to. But anywho, yeah, movies and games were a big influence on my journey growing up.
Nice.
And then about the time that I hit grade 10 in high school, I dropped the RCM classical stream and whatnot because I kind of got burnt out of it, as a lot of people do. I had a big interest in anime at the time, so I picked up a couple songs like Sword Art Online, Crossing Fields,
Classic.
Peak.
That's the song, by the way.
And then other stuff. There's like No Game No Life. There's
That's a good one.
Unravel from Tokyo Ghoul.
One Piece, the greatest one ever.
One Piece is
He
good.
didn't watch.
I didn't watch. I read up till Wano. Then I had to.
Oh, that's a
Whoa.
lot.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
So
You're like
read,
almost
all-
caught up. Why did you get to Wano and stop?
Cause like I was like going weekly at the time, but then like everything just hit me like a truck with like school and stuff. I just stopped.
Wait, no, but you basically read One Piece. Like you're basically.
Yeah.
Wait, but aren't they past Wano now?
I mean, yeah,
they're
but
like
that-
a arc. It's like maybe 2 arcs.
do you like One Piece?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Wano ended when we were in like grade 12, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's so long ago.
That's crazy. Like,
Dang.
yeah, you can. Sorry, now we're talking about One Piece.
Yeah.
But you, if you read that much, you can like, you can basically say you watched it or read it.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. But
Anywho, actually, I did read like the first like 10 chapters when like Kaido first appears. And like,
wait, did you skip any arcs or something?
no.
Okay.
Dang. What the heck?
Anywho,
Secret One Piece fan? No way.
yeah, by like the time I was near the end of my high school career, I got into improving. And then I kind of fell in love with it. I still do it today. It takes up a lot of my, piano time. As for what I do nowadays, wait, should I answer this question, I guess?
Just do it.
Yeah, nowadays in school at Wilfrid Laurier in the music faculty program, I do a lot of composing with Dr. Emery and Barbara.
Oh, I love Dr. Emery.
Yeah.
Classic.
And then I currently study with Adrian for jazz. And I have some other courses here and there, but those were probably my favorites. Sorry if any of my profs hear this ever.
They might. It's possible.
Yeah.
What would you say? Because this is something I've thought of. Like, what would you say is your style of like improvising and composing? And not to say like you don't really have to like put yourself in like a box of a genre, but I don't know.
Well, anytime I like compose something / improvise something, even Jude said it earlier, it was like, oh, it sounds like an anime song. Like the skit that we played before this was like, oh my god, this could be like Naruto or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I tend to lean towards kind of like a Japanese pop style. Learning jazz in university, I've started getting more comfortable with, not your typical triads,
Right.
big arpeggio chords, whatnot. So yeah, I'd say it more leans to that. I also like a lot of like the movie music feel with like suspense and storytelling. So I think that definitely has an impact on my playing.
Is that where you kind of see yourself going with like your compositions, like being like sort of like a person who makes scores and stuff like that?
Yeah, I've written a couple scores. Plug, I'm submitting something
Yes,
for
no.
KWSO.
Whoa!
Whoa. So yeah,
cool.
I do want to write for like, movie scores and stuff like that in the near future. That's kind of a pipe dream, hopefully.
That's awesome, yeah.
But yeah, I would love to have a chance to, work with music in film or TV or whatnot.
Interesting.
Nice.
That's really awesome. Okay, another question I had too, because when we were jamming, I feel like you have like this, I don't know, like there's like, that melody was just so good. So how do you like go about writing a melody like that, like on the spot? Because I know you improvise a lot. Like that was like the first thing when we kind of met in first year. I was like, oh, this guy's sort of like he likes to improvise like little like tunes and stuff like that.
I'd like to say a lot of it is just like it's very, very spontaneous. I can't really explain how I get to those points, but I would think that a lot of it comes from me having listened to like a lot of music.
Right.
Like I listen to a lot of pop music because I think it's pretty catchy, and I take a lot of stuff from that. And then also like just like how movie music they build and like they have these very catchy lines. Like literally think of any big movie like Jurassic Park, Pirates of the Caribbean, Star Wars. All these are very catchy tunes or catchy sounds, or like literally all those examples. Ba 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 ba. So I think a lot of that comes into like my head when I'm playing melodies. Also, I feel like a melody is good usually if you could sing it, and so I don't go crazy. I find
The classic, yeah.
yeah, if you could sing it, it'll probably sound good.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I had a question, kind of, 'cause it sounds like your main kind of stream or like direction you're going towards with like your music is like writing scores, right, for like movies or like maybe a symphony or something, which is really different from like there's a lot of different directions you can go to with being a musician. Like some people, want to be an artist. Some people want to just do gigging, like live gigging or like jazz or improvising in like a band. So with your particular stream and goals of like, your end goal is, write for or compose for a symphony or a movie, what are like some struggles you find that you feel are specific to that kind of direction you're going towards, or like those goals that you have?
I think, well, this isn't necessarily specific to any like type of writing, but writing in general, writer's block is always like the biggest thing that hits you. I've had like compositions where I would work on it for like a month, and for 29 days of the month it would just be like 1 or 2 bars. I'm just constantly like writing something down and then erasing it just because I'm not happy with it. And then it just hits you that one night on like the 30th when it's due, where you just have to like, oh, I gotta crunch this out, and then just something comes to you. There's other ways that I find that like you can deal with it, like changing spaces when you're writing. I find is a good way to rewrite yourself when you're writing. Also, just again, listening to a lot of music, taking inspiration. I find that it doesn't sound the best, but a lot of the great musicians take from other people. Like you steal ideas, and so listening to a lot, you take their ideas and you make them your own. And then that's kind of how I find I get myself past these writer blocks. Another struggle, I would say, especially in like film orchestration world, is working with so many different instruments that you may or may not understand. I play a few instruments, but not necessarily a lot of orchestral instruments. So I had to learn how strings work. I had to learn how the harp works. Brass and all the woodwinds and flutes and whatnot. It's very easy, especially in the age where like there's like Sibelius, MuseScore, all these like music notation softwares where you can just put in the notes and it'll play it for you. but then you have to make sure that it's playable for actual musicians. And so I find a lot of the time that I have to proofread with other musicians about, is this playable? Is this customary? Like when writing a scores for, I don't know, violin, it's common to include blowings and stuff. For timpani, I just learned this. You have to present what notes you want to play on your either 2 or 4 set timpani. And then when it changes notes, mallet instructions, stuff like that. So it's just like a big learning curve. If you don't already know these instruments, you have to figure out how they work. You don't have to play them yourself. You just have to know if you can do these things or if it's kind of normal in that area of their notation.
Right.
Cool.
That makes sense. That's what I kind of imagined. Like when you're writing for like so many different parts, you have to make sure everything's playable, right? Because then if you give it to these like musicians, they'll be like, "What is this?" Like I can't. Like it may sound good on MuseScore, but if there's like a bunch of jumps or something, like it's like, okay, what is this?
That's kind of what I wanted to ask too, because that's definitely happened to me. Like I've written stuff for like small groups, and sometimes like I'll have to write like a saxophone part on MuseScore, and when we play it live, it's like that doesn't really sound exactly how like I intended it to sound, because it's like you're going with like MIDI instruments versus like actual real instruments. Has that like ever happened?
Like, have I ever had musicians come back to me and say this isn't playable?
Well, that too, but also just like have you ever written a part and then when it's being played like in front of you, like in the actual space, you end up not liking it as much?
Yeah. I had a string quintet that I wrote recently for a concert, and while rehearsing, I had never worked with a string quartet before. This was my first time. So hearing it in person is very different because the MIDIs for strings tend to be a lot more. Well, actually, everything in MIDI is always more amplified.
Right.
Especially on like the smaller instruments like flute or lighter instruments like even harp. It's always amplified. So same with strings. And you also have to like work with how they tune together, how they resonate together. Because in this MIDI, it'll kind of always sound good. So you just have to work out things in person that is just like you would have never figured this out just digitally.
Right. I see.
That makes sense. Did you have any questions, Jude? That you're curious about?
Jude?
Curious about Ivan?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm here and I'm listening to all these questions and
I have one that's kind of like a pivot, because this is sort of what we asked like Den at the end, like so today we obviously did like an improvised kind of like jam. Everything today actually was like totally improvised. Like we didn't take from anything else. I don't know, like how often do you like work with other musicians, because we are kind of like composing like together, so how often does that happen, and then like how did it make you feel?
Oh well, for anyone that knows me, I rarely play with other people.
Right.
I'm kind of always in my own room.
Right.
I had a lot of fun, I'll be honest. Yeah,
did too.
playing with others is always a fun thing. I think as a pianist, it's kind of like a different world you live in when you're growing up, because you're always by yourself. And so growing up, I was just always a soloist. I didn't play with other people until like my grade 8 band, when I picked up a band instrument. So yeah, playing with others is super fun. If you're in my boat and you stay in your room all the time, I would suggest you go out and play with other people.
Come find us and we'll bring you on the show. We'll do a background check, but we'll bring you on the show.
Yeah.
Put a vulnerable sector check.
Yeah, we'll do bring your vulnerable sector check.
Like
your VOE.
Is doing gigs something like you feel like you'd be interested in or like down to, or like is it something like out of your comfort zone, but like no one's ever really asked?
Or is it also something because like you want to go down like the composition route? So there is that aspect, but I feel like in like movie scores, like I don't know if like John Williams was doing like gigs like that all the time. It's probably more like writing. So is it even something you like want to do necessarily?
Oh yeah, I mean, I would assume he did some other stuff.
Yeah, actually, his first album was a jazz album.
Oh, that's
believe it or not, Adrian told me that.
Oh, fun fact. Gigging has something always been a bit more on like the outskirts of my interests. I have like pretty bad performance anxiety when it comes to more impactful stuff. Juries.
Yeah.
Coming
up.
But yeah, I would be interested in it. It's also just a matter of fact that like I haven't really been asked to. I feel like
Mhm.
keyboards tend to be the people who organize these things.
That's what I've
They're
always
always
thought.
the people who are like,
Yeah.
oh, I need a drummer, I need a bassist, I need a
That's
saxist,"
true.
stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not too like I'm gonna want to be doing this. I know like Kathy sends out all the requests all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I've always thought about it, but no. Also on the performance side of things, like I love performing, but more so just kind of for myself or with friends, kind of just for vibes.
Mhm.
Whenever it's like it's for money or it's for marks, it's something a bit different to me.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's why that makes sense. That's why you like you prefer to be behind the scenes composing it. Like,
Yeah.
how does it feel probably to like compose something and then to see it performed live? I don't know. You mentioned a string quartet. Like, did they present your composition?
So I haven't actually had the chance to just look and hear my music. Every composer concert, which happens twice a semester or once a semester, I've performed all of them. So
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't had the chance to just sit down and look at other people play my music.
Right. Because I would
Um,
imagine that would be like the sickest thing.
Yeah, it's like it's definitely like well, I guess my little MIDI robots do it for me. I
Yeah.
get to look at them play
True,
it.
Little
true.
robots.
Yeah, I have some chances coming up for that to happen. Like there's a couple of reading workshops, and well, this next composer concert I'm also playing it, so it won't happen. But hopefully in the future I get to just sit back and relax. Dr. Emery always tells me to do that. So it's something that I would enjoy. But I could imagine it's kind of it's very like thrilling feeling to just see.
Yeah,
other
because
people.
they're playing like your music,
Yeah,
and you kind of don't have the performance anxiety. I can imagine. I feel like
Right. Yeah.
If-
Yeah.
if you just have a band playing the song that you composed, you get to sit back and watch it all unfold. Unless you're probably thinking like, oh, that guy messed up.
You could.
Probably.
Or I bet you probably have to be like way more detailed too with like what you write.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
feel like me personally, like I never really pay attention to dynamics, and I just always like
Low key.
either let somebody. Because I mean, I guess it's different in like a jazz context. I kind of let other people kind of fill it in for me. Like I kind of give like a blueprint, but with like people you're not even gonna be like playing with, just watching them play your thing. Like you'd have to have all those dynamics, all those like the bowings and stuff like that you said, and like you have to be on top of all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just I have lessons on Tuesdays with Dr. Emery, and I just had my lesson recently, and he was like, "Oh, Ivan, this is great. Not enough dynamics." And then he showed me a score that Barbara has that's like published in the RCM, and literally every single bar on the piano page has like a dynamic marking basically.
Whoa.
And like they tell you what to do. And so like the past couple of nights, I've just been like staring at my score and just putting like 100 bajillion crescendos, fortes, pianos, whatnot.
Dang.
so funny.
Yeah, it's like a big deal for detailing, especially and like also for like slurs. For like string instruments, slurs represent like, oh man, I hope I'm not wrong about this.
Yeah.
Strings with slurs is when they bow, like
Oh.
if it's slurred, then all those notes are in the same bow.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's
It's like
that
legato.
makes sense.
It's like legato.
So it's a little different when you compare it to like from piano perspective, slurs just mean I play the whole thing legato.
Right.
So it can be a little different, but like the details matter. And then it's like, oh, if you're playing for like a brass and you're doing these like crazy octave jumps, imagine your trombone player is just going like back and forth super fast. You just have to take into consideration stuff like that. So it's always like it's always the fine details that get you.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can imagine if you write just like connecting too many notes for a violin part, they're just gonna run out of bow space because it has to be like one. So you gotta.
Yeah, and you as a singer would know this. You have to let people breathe.
Yeah, yeah. You need.
Like all three of us here play instruments, so you can just breathe whenever you want.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Even sometimes in Vox, it's like we'd ask like Amanda, like, oh, like, can we breathe here? Sometimes she would be like,
Can
no.
we breathe?
Sometimes she'd be like, no, no.
Nah, just take that out of context. Take that out of context.
You gotta
Can I breathe here?
sing it in one go. Like, okay, but yeah. Do we have any more questions, or do you want to close soon?
You should probably wrap it up.
Wrapping.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
let's
can I
gotta
ask
get
a
back
question?
Okay.
When you guys are interviewing people,
Yes.
right? What is like your favorite thing to discover about a musician? It could be like how they came into music, what they're doing right now. What's like the most fascinating thing you enjoy?
I think for me, I love knowing what people are working on at that moment? Like, what are they tackling and what problems are they facing? Because, like, I always view them as such great musicians and, like, what could they possibly be working on? But I know everyone always has something to be working on. Like, I'm working on things right now. Andrew's working on things. You're working on things. So I just like knowing what they're working on as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I always like hearing about your things that are specific to you, like the question I asked you. Like I didn't know all these like I didn't think about all these like struggles that come with composing for so many different parts, and it all makes sense. It makes sense to me. And it's just interesting to know about that because it's different from like from me, you know, if I'm writing a song, I'll like write lyrics and a chord progression and I'm like, okay, can someone make a drum part for me? You know, or something like that. But yeah, it's interesting, you know, just learning about what you do, like struggles and what's like what you love about, you know, composing and playing piano so much as well. 'Cause you never really get to see those things. All that's behind the scenes. A lot of time with musicians, you just see them perform kind of or what they do. So knowing about everything behind the scenes is really interesting. Yeah.
Like I would say, like I'd say similar things. Like I like to a lot of the times find like similar like struggles and like experiences like in music. So that's why I always kind of start with like, you know, how did you start? Because I'm trying to find like, oh yeah, did you like piano? Like did you like blah blah blah. But that's also like just like generally I think in life I go like I make like a lot of like assumptions about people, or I just don't know like what they're like, right? Like when have we actually like ever talked like this, you know?
True.
Like very rarely. I feel like when we see each other it's like
Andrew and I are coworkers.
We're coworkers. And we just see each other for like 30 seconds and then we go like do our lessons. But I just really like, because then it just like it's like, oh, this person gets so much more depth in my mind, and then I just like knowing them better. So I guess like I don't know, I just like asking all those questions and just finding like ways that were like similar.
Yeah, I think that's fun because like it's like not necessarily something you would always come across like authentically.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're basically just like interviewing your friend, and then
Right?
you learn so much more about them.
Yeah.
Because like, I've known these guys for like what 3-4 years now, I guess.
That's
Yeah.
true. This is the OG.
And then
OG spot.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to come across like certain like bits of information, especially because like as musicians, like 99% of the work is done behind the scenes, and so it kind of comes across as like the same thing with like the person. Like you don't really know that much about the person until you like I guess put them on a podcast.
Right. Because this is like now your time.
It's my time.
And in the real world, this is not like a thing people do. It's like when you hang out with someone, like, personally, I'm always concerned about making jokes and stuff like that. But because this is like dedicated to like, let's learn about Ivan, we get that information.
But you could crack a few jokes.
I do. You
Little
can't
joke.
You can't take it out of me. You can't take it out of me.
Okay.
I'm sick. But
But
yeah.
I think
that's pretty good.
that's pretty good.
Anything you
want
want
to shout out?
You kind of already did a bit, but
Shout it out again. Any performances or projects?
I have a orchestral composition I'm writing up right now, which is taking up like my 80-hour work weeks. Other than that, not really. I look forward to seeing everyone's ensemble concerts this year. Oh, I guess come out to Ice concert.
yeah.
I don't know when it is.
Come up to concert tonight.
There's a concert tonight?
Yeah.
You guys plug it yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. What?
Oh, the recital.
Yeah.
That is the Avon recording, but they're not gonna see this.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm just
Oh.
I'm telling Ivan.
You better
So we
have-
get it uploaded today.
You better have been there.
You better
You
have
have
been
been
there.
there.
If
Yeah, yeah.
you were there, I want you to comment below. I was there.
Like and subscribe.
Okay, here's my predictions. The first two songs Andrew and I play are going to go swimmingly, and then Fred, my song,
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
no, it's going to go
I
bad.
believe in it. I thought it sounded really
Don't say that.
good. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching the Beautiful Minds podcast.
Thank you guys for watching,
you.
and
If
please
you liked
enjoy. Sorry,
Punch that like button in the face.
Hit
like
the bell.
and subscribe,
Like a
hit the
boss.
bell, and enjoy this outro song that
Yeah.
we're gonna have.
Check out this standard.
Check this out.
Also improvise.
Boom.
You ready?
Yeah.
That was fire.
Who's starting it? Me?
We can both start. One, two, 1, 2, 3.
Goodbye, beautiful minds. Goodbye, beautiful mind. This is the end of our podcast. Goodbye, beautiful minds. Goodbye, beautiful mind. Oh, goodbye, a beautiful mind. Goodbye, bye, goodbye, bye. I said goodbye, bye, goodbye, beautiful, beautiful, bye. Goodbye, beautiful, beautiful minds. Goodbye, bow. Yeah.
Here we go.